Good evening, boys and girls, and welcome back to another video. If you're new, my name is Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, and in today's video we're going to be talking about interesting events and life in general. So sit back, relax, grab yourselves a cup of tea, and let us get into the video. So ladies and gentlemen, how are we all doing? I will continuously apologise for me shouting, because I do believe that my helmet is not the quietest in the world, and nor the microphone is the best in the world. So if I do come across like I'm shouting, I do apologise. And if anyone's got any tips and tricks on how to make it sound like I'm not shouting in post-production, I use Filmora 9, so if anyone who watches my videos uses Filmora and knows a way of getting around making me sound less like I'm shouting and more like I'm having a decent conversation with normal human beings rather than shouting through a sock, then let me know. But anyway, guess what happened to me today? It's not very often that good things happen to me when I'm at work, but today something fucking amazing happened. And that amazing thing is, not that, I had a customer today at my work just randomly throw me the keys to his H2. Now if you've been living under a rock for the last 3-4 years and don't know what an H2 is, the H2 is a 1000cc inline 4-cylinder bike made by Kawasaki, and there's two variants of this bike. There's the H2 and the H2R, or as I recently found out, the H2S and the H2R. And the reason why one is called the S and one is called the R is because the H2S, the S stands for street and R stands for race, obviously. So as you can imagine, even the standard H2S has more power than you can throw a stick at, or shake a stick at even. But the H2 that I rode, it had a full Arrow exhaust system on it, all the usual gubbins, i.e. the quick shifter, and it had more than enough other random odds and sods on it that I can't even think of right now. But what I'm going to do, as I'm talking about the experience, I did manage to get a little bit of footage on it, because as you can imagine, with being at work, I wasn't really given a lot of time on the bike, literally about 10 minutes worth, but it was enough to get a feel of it, if that makes any sense. Now what I'm going to do is, as we talk, at some point I'm going to insert that footage, insert the footage into this video, so you guys can get my first instant reactions about what I think about the H2, how its power delivery is, how it feels to ride. I'll be honest, the H2 was absolutely fucking biblical. I now have a newfound respect for people that ride these bikes, or should I say ride the H2, and I didn't realise this until I did a little bit of research after riding it, that the standard H2, completely standard without any work being done to it, has 310 brake horsepower. Completely and utterly bog standard, has 310 brake horsepower. Now to date, that literally is the fastest bike and most powerful bike I've ever ridden. Admittedly, I wasn't prepared to have a go at seeing what I can get out of it on the short stretch of the road that I had it on, purely for the fact that one, it's not my bike, two, I didn't want to crash it, and three, I didn't want to give the owner any speeding tickets. So as you can imagine, I was rather sedate in my assessment of the situation, shall we say. So what I'm going to do now, or should I say what I'm going to try and do if I get the opportunity and I don't end up getting hit up the arse by someone, is we're going to cut away to that footage so that you can have a nice little peruse of what I experienced. So with any luck, we shall be heading over to that footage right about now. I can't believe I'm doing this. Ladies and gentlemen, first time ever riding a Ninja H2. Very first time. Oh my good God. I don't know if there's an auto blipper up and down, but we're going to find out. Good God. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a very impromptu test ride of a Ninja H2. Now, be honest, I am shitting myself because I'm riding this bike with no gear on and trainers. But oh my fucking God, what a machine. I never thought I'd see the day that I'd actually get to ride one. But fuck me, what an absolute machine. Sounds amazing as well. I see the day I'd get to ride one. That fucking, I don't know what that is. The way the supercharger spools up, oh my good God. And it's all, it sounds so weird. I tell you what, this thing is fucking hot as well. Absolutely baking. And the brakes are fucking phenomenal. The brakes on literally one finger braking on this front end. Absolutely biblical. Absolutely immense. Absolutely bonkers. The power on this is absolutely disgusting. I thought my bike was powerful. Nah, this is another fucking level, I'm telling you. Absolutely insane power. One thing I can't get used to is how fucking short these levers are for the changing gear and stuff. They're so hard to reach. I don't know if it's because the guy who owns this has got small feet or what, I'm not 100% sure. But trying to find neutral on this isn't exactly easy either. There we go, found it. I'll tell you what though, absolutely bonkers bike. Bonkers. Absolutely fucking lunacy. Every inch a super bike. Every fucking inch, I'm telling you. Every inch a super bike. But oh my good God. The quick shifter is sublime. The auto blipper is on another fucking planet. But Jesus fucking Christ. Like I said, it's a very impromptu test ride. I'm so used to riding a bike with a hydraulic clutch that this is somewhat that quick shifter though. Oh my good god. Oh fuck. That quick shifter, oh my good grief. Doesn't really like slow RPM though. Or should I say low RPM. But fucking hell, this thing absolutely shifts. Absolutely fucking bonkers, I'm telling you. I could never own one of these, I think it'd kill me. But either way. This bike is fucking insane. Absolutely fucking insane. Absolutely mental. It's fucking lunacy. Absolutely batshit crazy, I'm telling you. I'm not so keen on that overrun though. Definitely a bit weird. But still, fucking amazing. Absolutely fucking amazing. Absolutely batshit crazy, I'm telling you. But well worth it. Well worth the 10 minutes. Very much worth it, I'm telling you. Absolutely lunacy bike. Absolutely fucking lunacy, I'm telling you. I wouldn't own one, but it's something that I can tick off my bucket list to say that I've done it. So thank you to whatever the guy's name is. I can't remember his name. In fact, I don't think I even asked for it. But thank you, my friend, for letting me have a go. It was a pleasure. Scared myself senseless, and I loved every fucking second of it. But thank you so much for letting me have a go. Welcome back, people. So what do you guys think of the H2? Do you think I should get one, or do you think I should stick with Ducatis? I'll be honest, 310 bhp for me, even though I have been riding for 15 odd years, it's too much. It really is too much for me. Oh, pardon me. It really is too much. I mean, I know I was looking at getting a Panigale V4S the other day, and yeah, that's still got 215 bhp, but 310, seriously, is fucking insane. The H2 that I rode today had twice the horsepower this has underneath me right now. I mean, it's fucking lunacy. It really is. Don't get me wrong, should the opportunity arise to ride another H2, naturally I'm going to. But it's just like absolutely fucking mental. And I cannot say this enough. The H2 is an absolute lunatic of a bike. The power delivery that it offers, and here's another statistic for you. It produces 310 horsepower at peak RPM, which is, guess what? 14,000 RPM. 14,000. And then you get the torque figures. And the torque itself is fucking mad as well. 115 foot-pounds of torque. Absolutely bonkers. And it's like, I had someone that I know, I wouldn't call him a friend, because he's not, but he's just someone that I know through my work. Started giving it all the big one on Facebook, saying, oh yeah, you should just, I don't know whether I should get one or not, yada yada yada. I was like, bruv, I don't care if you want to get one. I barely talk to you when you come into my work. What makes you think I'm going to talk to you outside of work? Do you know what I mean? It's like there's some people like that in this world that think they're more important than what they are. but you know, it is what it is. But the H2, oh my fucking god, the bike itself was immaculate. I don't think I'd seen an H2 with a full arrow system on it before. A lot of people for some reason seem to like the big banana exhaust that Aquaprovic make. It's not my idea of a good time, to be perfectly honest with you. It looks ridiculous. Other people like the slash cut Brock's performance exhausts. Now that I'm actually sitting still, I can actually talk a bit more freely without having to concentrate too much. The H2 itself, absolute biblical bike. That's all I can really say. It was that fucking next level. Do you know what I mean? It's like the bike itself is. I just don't know what to say. I really don't. It was one of those experiences that just leaves you either wanting more or lost for words. And the H2 did both. I'm not gonna lie, it really did. Given half a chance, I would have most definitely have liked to have spent more time on it, and maybe I'll get another opportunity, maybe I won't, who knows. And the worst part is that when the guy come into my words actually give me the keys, he was like, oh there you go, have a go. It was like, I didn't even get the guy's name. That is how overly excited I was about the whole situation. I didn't get the guy's fucking name. If the guy is one of my subscribers, or if he knows anyone that watches my channel, and if he ever does watch this video, then thank you, buddy. Riding that H2 was an absolute pleasure. Scary, but a pleasure. Because like I said before, I've never ridden a 4-cylinder with that much power before. So to get the opportunity to do so was a fucking blessing. And I can't say anything more than that, really. It's one of those ones that you have to tell everyone you know. Do you know what I mean? I know that sounds insanely weird, but everyone that was at work who saw me asked me what it was like. I even messaged one of my good friends who's an avid Kawasaki Ninja fan, because he wanted to know what it was like as well. So he actually phoned me up while I was working. He was like, dude, what was it like? Tell me. And I was like, mate, it was fucking nuts. It was absolutely batshit crazy, and I loved every second of it. And I wouldn't be lying by saying that, because it really was an absolute mind-melting experience. It really was. And there's so many superlatives that I could throw at the situation, because it was just an amazing opportunity, and I'm glad I got to do it. And like I said, I shat myself a little bit, but who wouldn't when they're sitting on a 300 horsepower bike that they've never ridden before? This guy, me, I had never ridden a bike with that much power before. I'd never even so much as sat on an H2. And I'll be honest, the H2 was not the most comfortable bike in the world. I have to admit, it really wasn't. But then again, it's not designed for comfort, it's designed for speed. At the end of the day, what Kawasaki did with the H2, pardon me, it's exactly like what they did with the, it was exactly the same as what Bugatti did with the Veyron. It's like, hey, look what we can do this, we can do that. We can make a 1500 horsepower car, or whatever it was, or whatever the Veyron is. But the principle's still the same. And Kawasaki made a bike with over 300 horsepower, and I honestly think the only reason why they did it is because they were told they couldn't, or someone said, oh, you'll never make a 300 horsepower bike, they don't exist, it will put too much stress on the engine and blah 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 blah. But I kid you not, no such thing. There's no such thing as can't. Like I've already said, it's not the most comfortable, it's not the most user friendly, it's not the most ergonomic, it's certainly not the cheapest. that's a fucking given. But as a whole, the time that I had the bike, like I said, it was only like 10-15 minutes that I had the bike, but it absolutely handled and performed flawlessly without a fucking hiccup anywhere. The quick shifter was sublime, the traction control and everything else worked perfectly. I couldn't fault it. I just really couldn't fault it anywhere. Oh, for God's sake. This is becoming exceedingly annoying. And as another side note, this bike still loves to fucking stall on me for no good bloody reason. So if anyone has any idea or any suggestions, I've had things ranging from blocked breather hoses for the tank to spark plugs, to the generator, to the regulator rectifier. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I need to know. I want my bike sorted one way or another. Would be nice to have the bike in one piece and working well before Christmas. Apart from this stupid stalling shit, which I'm hopefully going to get sorted over the winter, the bike's been working flawlessly, she's handled flawlessly. Now she's got a new rear tyre on. I can't complain. There's a few random little niggly bits I want to do over the winter. I want to get this dynoed. I want to get it remaps if possible, if that can even be achieved. Also want to try and get to the bottom of this whole stupid stalling shit, because it's really starting to get on my tits. It really is. Like, it's done it again. It's got no reason to do that. It's not like I abuse it, do you know what I mean? Well, I do, but that is neither here nor there. It is what it is, I guess, ladies and gents. It's not the end of the world. It's just fucking embarrassing. Also, if you haven't seen it yet, I put up a video about when it comes to being a new rider and first year of riding and my experiences and whatever else. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. And as always, guys, I really appreciate all the love and support that you give me. I love the comments. I love interacting with my subscribers and my extended family, I suppose you could call you, if I'm allowed to call you, that is. Yeah, fuck it, you're my extended family. And with the support of my my fiance and all my other friends, and you guys as well on the channel, we are hopefully going to hit our 8,000 subscriber mark, so that I can actually get a giveaway underway. It's something that I've been meaning to do for a little while, and the opportunity's now arisen where I can do so, where I've got the means and the time to actually give something back to the community, which is definitely something that I want to do for you guys, because you've shown me loads of support and love and everything else over the last year. And if we hit the 8,000 subscriber mark, I will be doing shout outs on the channel. So if you want to be given a shout out on the channel, then just like everything else, you know what you need to do. You need to like, comment and subscribe, and if I remember, which I hope I will do, I will give you guys a shout out. Also, what do people think about the idea of me starting a Patreon page? It seems that a lot of people these days are doing Patreon. I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, to be fair. It might be worthwhile doing, you know, so people can get more involved with the channel. I don't know. So let me know your thoughts on that as well. But for now, ladies and gents, this is where I'm going to leave you. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the H2 shenanigans. If that customer does come back into my work again, I will get his name and give him a shout out on the channel, so you guys know who to thank for allowing me to ride it. But for now, as always, this is Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, saying look after yourselves, look after each other, stay safe on the road, stay away from COVID-19, be safe, be sensible, be happy, and as always, dearest people, adios!